is going to look like. When you create your first guide, it will create a brand new landing page portion to the top of your feed where they're going to be collected in their own category. So a guide is going to be a curated collection of posts that you have either created yourself, which is why you need to be creating valuable content on your account, or curating and saving from other accounts as well. That's right. That's one of the reasons why I love guides. A lot of this doesn't even have to be created by yourself. Like, you can actually go and find really great posts or reels or IGTVs that speak to you or you think that your clients will find helpful, and you can create them into a guide, which is going to be like a little portfolio of content that is shareable, savable, all the good things. So here's what this is going to look like from your account. If you have a creator account, as I do on Instagram, this is how we're going to create a guide. You're going to hit this little plus sign at the top of your account, and it's going to give you all these different options of the different types of content you can create on Instagram. You're going to select guide. It's all the way down at the bottom, last but not least, and you are going to choose the guide type. So once you choose your guide type, you're going to click that, and you'll see that you have an option to choosing posts you have saved or posts you have created. So at the bottom, I've clicked your posts, and this is going to create my entire feed, everything that I've ever added to my Instagram. And from here, say you want to create a guide for buyers. So some of your best posts around resources for home buyers in your area. You can go through and click those. So say I'm just going to select a couple of these and click next. And you can begin creating all kinds of really awesome resources in this guide. You can start by adding a cover photo. You can create that in Canva even by clicking change cover photo and just saving it to your camera roll and updating it. You'll want to add a great title, so something that's going to sound really relevant. And then you can go through and add what it's about. So you can add in, this is a collection of posts for home buyers. Get detailed here, right? Add some context so that people can understand whether or not it's worth their time to continue reading through. That's what we really want to do. We want to set expectations when it comes to creating great content on any app so that we can hold that attention longer. And then from here, look at how fantastic this is. You can create titles, you can create additional descriptions about what the post is about. And then what this is going to do is it's going to be clickable. So whoever is reading this guide can then click it and go to that post, and bingo, you get more leverage out of that post that maybe you created a year ago. I don't know. Okay, so fiddle around with that a little bit, check it out, get a feel for it, and then when you're ready, come on back and we're gonna talk about ways we can leverage this. A carousel post is literally just a collection of images on one post. So you select multiple images and you post it as one. Now in this instance, I went ahead and made the first image just a beautiful, authentic photo of me and my husband. That's one of our brand photos. We also included that in our quarterly magazine to our database. But then as you swipe, you start to see the market data that I've compiled here. I will also say this is one of the only times I'm using a Canva template. Now, while I do find Canva templates super helpful and some templated content is nice to have just as a little buffer, I don't use a lot of them. And so this is where they come really in handy for me. Now, the third big social media content hack I have for you is FAQs. And this is not the FAQs you might be thinking of. It's really easy to think of like the very surface level FAQs of like, how do I get started with my home search journey? I'm talking about FAQs that are hyper specific to situations that actually happen, right? And so we can talk about FAQs from the context of what it's like to be a real estate agent or what you really do for your clients. I think that's always really helpful content. For example, one piece of content that performed really well for me was this reel on showing the difference between professional and non-professional photos on listings. And I got a lot of interaction on that saying, well, aren't really super professional photos that are also super edited misleading? And so I actually did an FAQ of, are professional photos misleading? And I took that as a teaching moment to actually explain the value of professional marketing backed by a real estate agent with your listing. And I think it was a really impactful piece of content that I was able to repurpose from Instagram also onto TikTok. And so if we're thinking about FAQs, maybe it's not so much frequently asked questions, maybe it's the weird one-off questions. So that would be more like wooks. Weird one off, wooks. So I don't know, maybe we can like add that as a little term. Instead of facts, we're looking at wooks. Maybe we'll put a pin in that. But really what we want to focus on is that context and relevance, right? So not just assuming we know what people are asking us, but those weird one-off situations are actually really helpful moments to storytell and provide context into what a home purchase or sale actually looks like for real people. And that real authentic content is what performs so well on social media platforms today. Now, polls and the next one I'm going to share, questions, are ways that you can literally at any given moment find hand raisers in your audience of people who might be interested in buying or selling. So these are great strategies to leverage once a week even. You don't want to play them out, but they're really, really good to use in case you're trying to find some leads on your Instagram audience. Now, the great part about utilizing a poll on your stories is you invite your audience to engage with you and give you either yes or no answers, or just engage with you with any answer that you might set. So already you should be thinking, man, there's a lot of ways that I can create polls. Are you looking to buy or sell this year? Do you have questions about buying or selling this year? You know, depending on the kind of content that you're creating at any given time, you can almost always use a poll, and it's a very easy way for people to engage with you. So say I wanted to make a story, just something that's super quick and easy to up my engagement with my audience. I just want something fun to put in front of them and have them engage with me, okay? So I'm gonna go into my stories. And again, just gonna do a quick little picture. I'm gonna hold down that color, the little squiggle line, so that I can get a blank canvas. And I might go ahead and say something fun, like, are you looking to buy or sell in 2020? You might want to be a little more creative and a little more engaging than this, but just for the example, I hope you can see how this is already really powerful. I'm going to center that text. I'm going to make it look cute. I'm going to hit the little square smiley face icon, and I'm going to click the poll. I don't really need to enter any text in that ask a question since I already typed it out, but I might do something fun like heck yes, or not this year. And that's just a way that you can very quickly get get something in front of your followers and help them engage with you over time on the stories. So I'm actually gonna go into my archive and show you a poll that I've done on my profile recently. So I just opened up this story, and you can see that I had a listing that was off market that I wanted to share. It was kind of like a sneak preview, but I wanted to get people excited about it. So I said, OMG, do you guys want to see a bonkers new listing that we just stumbled upon? You'll see that now the results are showing as yes, 100%. But before, I had yes or no. If I were to swipe up, you can see that you can view all the interactions and impressions that people have had with this story. So I'm gonna go over to that little eye icon. And this is kind of a unique story. Usually I get more than just one answer on this, but I had 120 people say, yes, show me. Now here's the real power of the poll feature here on Instagram. If I were to look at any of these, if you see this little triangle paper plane icon, I can send a message directly to the people who have interacted with this poll. So this should already get you very excited, because think of all of the conversations that you can start with people who are reaching out to you and engaging with the stories that you're putting out there. So that is a fantastic way to get really, really creative with polls and to double down and have more conversations in the direct messages, which is going to lead to more set appointments over time. So I want you to get really excited about that feature and get creative and think about different ways that you can share different polls and create this content in a way that will result in more conversations. But there is no real estate agent that cannot benefit from Reels. Reels is going to have a huge impact on your ability to expand your reach and grow your audience, get in front of new people on Instagram in 2021. So I wanted to share a couple of topic ideas to get those creative juices flowing so that you can be on your way to creating Reels on Instagram. Okay, so my first topic idea is the viral trend. All right, here's what I want you to do. Take your phone and set a timer for 20 minutes. And this is really important because I want you to give yourself only 20 minutes, but take that time to go onto the Reels category in Instagram and look through the content that is presented to you. The reason I say set a timer is because these are so fun and catchy, you guys. You could spend hours in Reels and not even realize the time is passing. I may or may not have done this before. Now, here's why I want you to do that. You will find viral trends. You'll see viral videos. And now viral videos might look like the TikTok kind of dance skit sketch stuff, but other things that go viral are music or trends or recipes or hacks. There's a lot of different things like topics that can actually go viral besides just one type of video. So I want you to spend time acquainting yourself with what's out there right now in this moment on Reels. And if you see something that just feels catchy and is fun and engaging to you, I want you to think about what that is. Now, if you see a lot of videos that keep grabbing your attention and they all are using the same song, that is your cue to take that song, take that music, and create a reel using that sound in your own kind of video. So maybe you use it as the background to show a cool listing, or maybe you use it as the background music for sharing like a little tidbit, a 1, 2, 3 little educational style. But I want you to just be baking those viral trends into your reels, because those are little coded pieces of information that's telling Instagram, hey, people love this music. Let's show them more reels with this music because it's going to make people want to watch them longer. That's kind of what we're trying to achieve here. Now, it doesn't have to just be music. That's just an example. One example that I can share with you that I did recently was hopping on a viral trend of a recipe. Huge things. Recipes are going viral like crazy right now on Reels and on TikTok. And so that's my other tip. If you're seeing these on TikTok, feel free to bring those trends into Instagram as well. But anyways, I found this awesome recipe and it was this feta pasta bake. Highly recommend. But I tried this as a reel. I saw literally so many people posting about it. And now you might be thinking like, Steph, why would I recreate the same video that I see like 10 other people posting? Because that's just what happens on Reels. People want to see different versions, different iterations. It creates social proof and credibility, so just do it. But basically I created this baked feta pasta, heyo, on this recipe that I found going viral. It was delicious, it was a lot of fun, and hey, it was really easy to create a quick reel about it. It performed pretty well, got a lot of views, got a ton of comments, and it was just another example of being able to swipe and adapt something that is proven and showing that it's performing well in other areas on the app.